Most passengers believe airports are just places to catch flights, grab a coffee, and wait for boarding. But the truth is, every inch of an airport is designed to influence you, from how fast you walk to how much you spend before takeoff. There's an entire playbook airlines and airports use that most travelers never notice, and it's packed with tricks that quietly shape your experience and your wallet. From fake limited-time deals to boarding tactics that sell status, these insider secrets reveal just how much control airlines really have over your journey. And here's the kicker. By the time you're done, you'll know more than 99% of passengers hustling through those glossy terminals, wondering why they always end up spending more than planned. So buckle up, because we're exposing 25 airport secrets airlines use to trick passengers in 2025. And some of them are genius, sneaky, and hard to believe.
Number 25. The pre-boarding trap. Most passengers see priority boarding as a small luxury, a quick way to snag overhead space and settle in early. But that early call for Group 1 isn't about comfort. It's about psychology. Airlines discovered that the moment travelers hear those words, a little panic sets in. The fear of being left out. It's status theater, designed to make you pay more just to feel important. And here's the secret. Every passenger is going to the same destination, leaving at the same time, and often arriving just as cramped. The early birds aren't getting comfort. They're just paying extra to wait longer in a tighter space. The real pros skip the hype, board when it's calm, and keep that priority fee where it belongs, in their pocket. Number 24. The jet bridge delay trick. Most passengers think once you're boarded, the flight's ready to go. But that moment when the doors close and nothing happens, that's not a delay, it's strategy. Airlines figured out that the easiest way to boost their on-time performance is to make you believe you've departed even while the plane sits motionless. Once everyone's seated and the jet bridge pulls back, the clock stops counting against them. On paper, they look efficient. In reality, you're just sitting still, breathing recycled air while the schedule looks spotless. It's one of those quiet manipulations that turns wasted minutes into record-breaking punctuality, and most travelers never realize they've been part of the illusion.
Number 23. The miracle fare sale illusion. Those flashy, limited-time fare deals aren't quite what they seem. Airlines often recycle old prices, releasing small batches of seats at slightly reduced rates to create urgency. The message, "Only 2 seats left at this price," triggers instant panic. But most of the time, it's a calculated illusion. Algorithms track your browsing, device history, and even previous routes. If the system senses you've checked a flight multiple times, fares can quietly rise, nudging you to buy faster. In some cases, these sales last just minutes before returning to normal prices, making it feel like you almost missed out. Airlines combine scarcity, psychology, and real-time data analysis to turn curiosity into profit. By the time you book, you've already paid a premium for the illusion of urgency. The deal isn't about savings. It's about controlling perception, making passengers act before thinking.
Number 22. The security line shuffle. Long, slow-moving security lines aren't just bad luck, they're part of a deliberate strategy. Airports design checkpoint layouts and traffic flow to increase dwell time in retail zones. Zigzagging ropes, strategically placed bins, and exit lanes funnel travelers past coffee shops, convenience stores, and gadget kiosks. Even the placement of scanners and metal detectors is studied to maximize exposure to concessions. The result? Passengers arrive earlier, just in case, wander longer through terminals, and end up spending more money without realizing it. AI-powered cameras now track crowd density, dynamically opening or closing lines to maintain flow while keeping passengers circulating through high-revenue areas. Every bottleneck, every diversion, and every line placement is calculated, not chaos. For savvy travelers, knowing the patterns means avoiding unnecessary stops. But for most, what seems like a random delay is actually a sophisticated way airports quietly turn wait time into revenue.
Number 21. The gate change advantage.
Most passengers see a last-minute gate change as pure chaos, but for airports, it's a hidden moneymaker. Each reroute pushes hundreds of travelers through new corridors lined with restaurants and duty-free shops they might have otherwise missed. Studies show that passengers who switch gates end up spending nearly 20% more, grabbing snacks, drinks, or souvenirs just to make the wait easier. At the same time, those shifts help airports manage congestion by redistributing crowds across terminals. So while you're hurrying to catch your flight, the system is quietly turning your detour into extra revenue. It's not just logistics, it's a perfectly timed strategy that turns traveler confusion into airport profit.
Number 20. The window seat tax. That window seat you used to grab for free? Now it's a revenue strategy. Airlines reclassify standard seats as premium or preferred view, often charging $20 to $50 extra without changing the seat itself. The tactic exploits psychology. People crave choice and status, and the idea of a better view convinces many to pay. During online check-in, digital seat maps highlight available options, subtly nudging you toward purchasing a perceived advantage. Even identical seats are presented as tiered, creating the illusion of exclusivity. Frequent travelers who see others upgrade may feel left out, making them more likely to pay next time. It's not about comfort. It's about perception. Airlines combine behavioral psychology with digital interfaces to monetize your desire for control. That seemingly small fee adds up, proving even a view from the same window can now cost more when the illusion of privilege is applied strategically.
Number 19. The background music manipulation. That cheerful music playing through airport speakers at dawn isn't there by accident. Every playlist is strategically chosen to influence how you move, wait, and even spend. Slower tracks near gates and lounges help keep passengers relaxed, reducing frustration during delays. But as soon as you approach shops or food areas, the tempo subtly picks up, encouraging faster browsing and more impulse buying. Even restrooms use calm, steady rhythms to ease tension during long lines. Today, AI systems analyze crowd behavior in real time, adjusting playlists to match the airport's flow and mood. What feels like harmless background noise is actually part of a quiet, calculated rhythm designed to keep travelers spending and smiling without realizing why. Number 18. The scent strategy. That mouth-watering aroma of coffee or freshly baked bread near airport cafes isn't coming from the oven, it's coming from the air vents. Many airports now use scent diffusers to pump out irresistible smells like vanilla, espresso, or warm pastries, subtly guiding passengers toward food and drink areas. Even if you've just eaten, your brain links those scents to comfort and reward, making you far more likely to buy something just a snack. Studies show these scent cues can boost sales by up to 30%. It's sensory marketing at its finest, the invisible pull that turns casual wanderers into paying customers before they even realize they're hungry.
Number 17. The digital price flip. Airport cafes and duty-free shops aren't just expensive because of rent. They're part of a dynamic, AI-driven pricing system. Digital menus can change costs in real time based on flight delays, crowd density, and passenger behavior. That $4 bottle of water might quietly jump to $5.50 if your gate changes or your flight is delayed. Algorithms monitor how often you check the menu, how long you linger, and even the time of day to maximize revenue. Impulse buys spike when travelers are tired, anxious, or pressed for time. Some airports also integrate historical purchase data, adjusting prices during peak hours to capitalize on stress. Most passengers never notice these silent shifts. It's a system designed to turn every waiting minute into a potential sale, blending psychology and technology seamlessly. Patience becomes costly, and the small things, snacks, drinks, souvenirs, add up while you navigate the terminal.
Number 16. The complicated currency game. International airports make currency exchange feel simple with signs boasting no commission, but the real catch is hidden in the rates. Many kiosks quietly offer conversions up to 10% worse than what your card would provide, so you end up losing money without noticing. Location matters too. Rates near gates are often higher, while those before security can be slightly better. The closer you are to boarding, the more you pay for convenience. It's a subtle way airports turn the stress of travel into profit, proving that even a quick currency swap can come with hidden costs. Number 15, the boarding group bias. Airlines make boarding feel like a perk, but it's more than just organizing passengers. Boarding groups are cleverly designed to encourage upsells. When travelers see others boarding early, they assume those passengers paid extra for priority treatment, which often motivates them to buy upgrades on future flights. The loud announcements and structured calls reinforce the illusion of hierarchy, making the system feel normal while quietly nudging revenue. It's a subtle psychological trick, turning envy and impatience into profit all before you even take off.
Number 14, the airport mirage. Airports aren't just built for function, they're designed to influence mood. Those expansive windows and glowing planes, they're part of a tactic called spatial optimism. By letting in natural light and creating open sightlines, terminals make waiting areas feel larger and more inviting, masking the stress of delays and fatigue. Some airports even adjust the color and warmth of lights throughout the day to subtly keep passengers alert enough to browse shops, yet calm enough to avoid frustration. It's a clever mix of architecture and psychology, turning a stressful wait into a more manageable and profitable experience. Number 13, the dynamic baggage fee. Airlines have made checked bag fees a moving target. Behind the scenes, demand-based algorithms adjust prices constantly, sometimes adding a few dollars depending on how popular your route is or when you check in. Even checking in later online can trigger higher charges, turning what seems like a fixed cost into invisible incremental inflation. Most passengers don't notice until it's too late, and by then, the airline has already maximized revenue without raising advertised ticket prices. It's a subtle, tech-driven strategy that quietly boosts profits, one click, one bag, and one unsuspecting traveler at a time.
Number 12, the Wi-Fi tease. Free airport Wi-Fi isn't entirely free. Most networks allow only 30 minutes at full speed before throttling access, encouraging paid upgrades. Behind the scenes, many systems collect browsing data during that free period. Websites visited, search queries, and even app usage can be tracked. This information is often used to serve targeted ads or analyze passenger behavior for retail and concession planning. In some airports, login accounts are linked to past travel data, meaning the system knows frequent routes and spending habits. What seems like a helpful perk is actually a combination of upselling and silent data harvesting. Travelers end up paying for faster internet, while airports and partners benefit from the insights gathered. Even if you ignore the speed drop, your activity contributes to a broader strategy, influencing what you buy, where you shop, and how long you linger in high-revenue areas. Free access comes at a hidden cost. Number 11. The airport hotel illusion. Airport hotels often appear fully booked online, but the reality is carefully orchestrated. Many properties deliberately hide a portion of rooms from booking platforms, reserving them for last-minute walk-ins willing to pay top dollar. Delayed flights, cancellations, and unexpected layovers create predictable surges of exhausted travelers, and the hotels capitalize on it. What seems like a simple accommodation shortage is actually a calculated strategy. The more desperate the passenger, the higher the rate they can charge. It's a subtle, almost invisible trick that turns traveler fatigue into profit, night after night. Most travelers never see it coming, but understanding it can change how you plan overnight stays during airport delays. Number 10. The energy drain design. Long terminal walks aren't accidental. they're carefully planned. Airports extend corridors and pathways to make spaces feel grand, while guiding passengers past shops, cafes, and restaurants. Limited seating near gates isn't just inconvenience. It nudges travelers toward buying coffee, snacks, or lounge access to rest. Every turn, escalator, and hallway placement is designed to keep you moving and spending. The layout itself becomes part of the airport's profit strategy, turning what seems like a simple walk into a subtle exercise in consumer behavior. Most passengers don't realize that their fatigue is being monetized, but the architecture quietly works to boost sales at every step. Number 9. The illusion of options. Airports feel like treasure troves of choice, with countless cafes, shops, and kiosks at every turn. But the reality is trickier than it seems. Many of these outlets are owned by the same parent company. That gourmet burger stand, the artisanal coffee shop, and even the duty-free perfume counter, often just different brands under one corporate umbrella. What looks like variety is actually controlled consolidation, carefully designed to keep spending predictable and profits steady. Passengers think they're choosing freely, but the airport's marketing strategy ensures the money flows to the same pockets, turning the illusion of choice into a quietly profitable game.
Number 8. The upgrade mirage. That tempting seat upgrade during online check-in, it feels like a bargain, but it's often an illusion. Airlines frequently adjust prices in real time, sometimes lowering fares early, only to hike them again later. Your browsing history plays a role too. Checking the same seat multiple times signals interest, and the system interprets it as urgency, nudging the price higher. What seems like a generous offer is actually a calculated strategy. Airlines use digital psychology to turn curiosity and impatience into profit, making travelers pay more for the very upgrade they thought was a steal. Number 7. The sleep zone trap. Airports often advertise rest zones with padded benches or recliners, but there's more than comfort at play. Many of these areas are deliberately placed far from charging stations, food outlets, or quiet corners. The lighting is carefully tuned, dim enough to seem relaxing, but never quite enough for true rest. The result? Passengers grow frustrated, restless, or hungry, nudging them toward paid lounges, cafes, or other services. What feels like a thoughtful amenity is actually a subtle strategy. Airports design these zones to make basic relaxation slightly inconvenient, turning fatigue into revenue, while keeping travelers moving and spending.
Number 6. The fake early arrival. Airlines often stretch flight times, turning a routine journey into a perception trick. A 2-hour flight might be listed as 2 hours and 25 minutes, giving the illusion of punctuality even if the plane is slightly delayed. When the pilot announces, "We've arrived early," it's rarely true. It's just the schedule padding at work. This strategy keeps on-time performance stats looking impressive while calming passengers who might otherwise stress over delays. It's a clever, fully legal way to manage both reputation and expectations. Travelers rarely notice, but the perception of reliability is carefully crafted. Number 5. The secret security swap. Most passengers assume crowded security lines are just bad luck, but there's a hidden system at work. Airports often redirect travelers between checkpoints to manage staff efficiently and cut operational costs. One line might be packed while another nearby is nearly empty, but it's all calculated. AI cameras now track passenger flow in real time, opening or closing lanes dynamically to balance traffic. What looks like chaos is actually a carefully planned strategy. The goal isn't just efficiency. It subtly nudges travelers past shops and concessions, boosting potential spending. Savvy passengers notice the pattern, but for most, it's invisible, leaving them stuck in a line that feels completely random. Number 4. The water fountain deception. Most travelers think refilling a water bottle at the airport is a smart, eco-friendly choice, but appearances can be deceiving. Many fountains go weeks without proper sanitation, and hygiene studies show some have more bacterial colonies than restroom handles. Replacing filtration units is costly, so deep cleaning is often skipped, leaving passengers at risk. Meanwhile, overpriced bottled water remains a safer, if less convenient option. What seems like a money-saving, sustainable choice is sometimes a hidden health gamble. Savvy travelers may pause before using these fountains, realizing that in airports, even something as simple as water can be part of a carefully managed system designed more for cost saving than your safety.
Number 3. The hidden passenger profiling. Airports are doing more than scanning passports. Many now employ behavioral AI that tracks your walking speed, facial microexpressions, and even body temperature as you move through terminals. Ostensibly for predictive threat detection, this data can quietly influence which security line you join or whether your luggage receives extra scrutiny. Passengers are constantly assessed without their knowledge, creating an invisible layer of monitoring that most will never notice. What seems like routine airport procedure is actually a sophisticated system of observation and decision-making, designed to streamline security and control crowds. But it also raises questions about privacy and how much of your behavior is being silently analyzed while you navigate the terminal.
Number 2, the delayed honesty. Flight delays aren't always shared right away. Airlines often wait to confirm a delay until it's unavoidable, aiming to limit refund requests or compensation claims. Notices like awaiting crew clearance or routine maintenance are usually placeholders for issues still being worked out behind the scenes. By holding back the truth, airlines keep passengers in a state of uncertainty, making it more likely they linger in terminals, spending on food, shopping, or lounge access, instead of demanding their rights. What appears to be routine communication is actually a carefully designed strategy, managing information to influence behavior, reduce operational fallout, and quietly turn delays into profit opportunities. Number 1. The lost luggage lottery. Most passengers assume lost luggage simply disappears, but that's far from the truth. Unclaimed bags in the US and Europe are sorted and auctioned to resellers, often containing luxury items, electronics, or personal keepsakes. Airlines quietly collect a portion of the profits, turning what seems like a mishap into revenue. That suitcase you thought was gone forever? It could be on its way to a thrift shop or in someone else's hands, tagged with a price instead of your name. What feels like bad luck is actually a carefully managed system, making lost luggage a hidden, profitable industry few travelers ever notice.
And there you have it, the hidden strategies airports use to guide behavior, influence spending, and manage crowds without most travelers ever noticing. Every cent, every sign, every line, and even the way you move through terminals is carefully designed to shape your experience. Once you know the tricks, though, the game changes. Bring your own snacks, carry a power bank, skip overpriced water, and locate those overlooked restrooms or quiet corners. Each small move gives you a little more control, saves time, and keeps your wallet safe from unnecessary charges. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these airport hacks will you try on your next trip? Share your answers in the comments so other savvy travelers can benefit too. And don't forget, if you found these insights valuable, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to unlock more insider travel secrets. Here's to navigating airports smarter, calmer, and with more confidence every journey.